Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Sanctuary, a game from absolutely ages ago, originally designed, I believe, in 2013, with a very strange menu system. I've never seen exit being above enter before. Now, that may sound like the most boring piece of commentary you've ever heard, but hopefully it will get more interesting as time goes on. Okay, this is a bit weird. This reminds me slightly of that scene at Aperture. Apparently it's a atmospheric, mood-based walking simulator sort of thing, so this will be a little bit calmer than usual, a little bit less ridiculous and mad, hopefully. Do I drop down? I assume so. Okay, well this is a lovely scenic environment. Is that rain or static? No, I think it's the breeze in the trees. Okay, so whoa. Okay, I was expecting to see the sea. I'm not quite sure what I'm seeing at this moment, but I'm not entirely sure I'm supposed to be seeing it. Okay, let's go have a look over at these buildings. Like I said, I've got a right little scamper about me. This is fantastic. Nice. Strange architecture. Massive spikes. I feel like we're at the bottom of a pit that Lara Croft's going to fall into or something. This is very nice, I must say. The shadow work has been done very well. And the light rays coming off the trees is done very, very nicely. The developer clearly put a lot of work into the environment, and it really does show. And the skies remind me of around here when I was young, which is nice as well. It's a nice piece of music that you probably can't hear because I had to put the volume down because the title music was so loud. Oh, the joys of balancing audio on the fly. What are we going to discover here? Haunted monks? Spooks? I don't know. Oh dear. Wow, I've got quite a jump on me as well. I must have some very powerful thighs. That's always nice. Yeah, I'm sorry it's so dark. You might want to turn the brightness of your screen up a bit because it's really dark for me as well. Wow, this is strange. Most walking simulators are quite contained in terms of the path, but this doesn't feel this way. This feels more like an open world game. You just sort of wander around and discover what you discover. Reminds me actually the sort of the colour scheme and the sort of the Twilight of the World aesthetic. Rather reminds me of Fallout 3 for some reason. Most mysterious. I'd assume this lighting effect is designed to simulate your eyes, or your pupils rather, dilating and contracting as you move from brighter environments into darker environments, which is something I've never seen before. It's quite a nice effect. This is weird. This is very, very freaky. I really was not expecting to see something quite like this. This is lovely though. This is so peaceful. So relaxing. It's a nice change from all of the monsters and demons and monstrosities and banging my head against the wall and driving myself to drink that we usually experience on this channel. So it's lovely to have just a nice peaceful experience, like walking through a nice stately home's gardens or something like that. Not because it's open to the public or anything, just because I like breaking in and walking among people's rose gardens. Do you hear that? Sounds like a heartbeat. It's coming from over here. Any footsteps or... Ow. It sounds like this rock has got a beating heart. There's a tower in the distance. is this world? It's freaky. It's getting louder as well. I like the music as well. Reminds me a tiny bit of Contract Demon for some reason. Okay, what do we have with the rising shaft? I'm reminded even more of Contract Demon now. Okay, so everything went from lovely to absolutely terrifying. Oh, there's a bridge over there. Should we go and explore the bridge? Well, I suppose so. I don't suppose we've got anything better to do with our time. Okay, could the nice peaceful music come back? Tell you what this actually reminds me of more. In Skyrim, when you used Oriel's bow to blot out the sun, it reminds me an awful lot of this. This is freaky. Is it clearing? No, I think it's just the audio. Okay, so the wind's died down, but we're not free of the blood-red clouds. Thinking of blood-red clouds, would clouds be red if they dropped blood instead of rain? Would that happen? I don't know how under the sun you'd get that much blood up into the sky in order to test that little hypothesis, but it's an interesting thought, if nothing else. Okay, it looks like there's quite a lot over there, possibly a whole small village. Let's get to the bridge and see what we can find. Speaking of Skyrim, actually, this like reminds me of the bridge to Windhelm, actually. Oh, the wind's come back. This is a bit freaky, actually. It's a bit unnerving. Like, with the exception of the blood-red clouds and the strange beating heart of the throbbiness of the shaft that we found launching itself out of the ground. Apart from those two tiny details, there hasn't really been anything unsettling, and yet I do have a strange sense of tension in the back of my spine. As if there's something not quite right about this world. As if I'm being stalked by something. Or some terrible doom is about to fall upon me. Oh. Oh no, hang on, there is land here. I thought it just dropped off into the abyss at first. Oh, maybe it does. I say, what is this? I don't know if it's the bedrock of an active volcano or just some weird leathery skin of a black pudding. I don't know. I've got no idea if this is what black puddings look like. I've never seen one in my life. Okay, that's a funky tune. Also seems oddly familiar. But then again, I said that about almost all music I ever hear. What is this place? It's like a massive pyramid. This place is weird. Whoa. Wow. But how do I get inside? How do I get up in there? These structures are starting to remind me of the Soul Crate as well, to make yet another simile to Skyrim. How do I find my way inside? Oh, up here, perhaps? Yes? Maybe? Whoa, not by going that way, not by going that way. Okay, the music's definitely coming from over there, but I can't see anything over there. Go and have a look when we've explored this area. platforming game all of a sudden. Uh-oh, we're gonna make it, we're gonna make it, we're gonna make it. Whoa, by the skin of our teeth. Which is a phrase that never made any sense to me, but never mind. Okay, is there anything up here I should actually be bothered about, or was this just a complete waste of my time trying to get up here? Whoa, 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 wow. I can't believe we actually made that. This is weird. Okay, I don't take fall damage, which makes me wonder what would happen if I just jumped off a cliff into the abyss. Let's follow this music and see where it leads us. We've got another throbbing pillar. That is very loud. Okay, and now the clouds are full of mustard. Okay, I'm infinitely confused. Okay, so we changed the clouds from white to red to yellow. Okay, is my objective to keep changing the colour of the world? Do we need to try and change it back to white? Do I need to change it to green? I've got absolutely no idea. Normally in games like this, where there's very little direction and there's very little understanding of what's going on, I'd usually be put off something like this, but I'm oddly compelled to keep going with this one. Which isn't usually the way with me. I'm not usually the kind to pursue a mystery in this manner. Let's try going over this way before we cross the bridge again, if I can ever find it. I think that's it over there. Let's go this way, short ways, and see what else we can find. It's like crossing the desert in the middle of the night. Everything looks so much the same that it's almost impossible to even confirm that you're moving before we had this jutting landmark. This is very, very, very strange. Anything at the top? If we can climb all the way up, which we won't be able to because it won't let me go up this bit. Oh no, maybe it will. No, I stand corrected. Come on, all the way to the very tip. Let's stand on the eye of the needle. Wow. This is freaky. Oh, sheesh, my fear of heights is coming in. Wow, this is... That was a little unpleasant to endure. This is weird. The problem I have now is I don't know which structures will just be empty background pieces made to make the edge of the world look more interesting, and which ones will actually involve something important that I can interact with. I don't know. Okay, let's go back to the bridge. Go back across to the slightly more normal bit of land, if any part of this region can be considered normal. Okay, here's some new music. I don't think we've heard this piece before. Is it pulling me towards this giant cube? I think it is. Oh, there's two of them. There's two giant cubes. This is weird. I find myself wondering what was in the developer's mind when he made this. Okay, now it's purple and very soul craney. Okay. It's also just struck me that I don't actually know that this game has an ending. For all I know, you could literally just wander around and turn the sky different colours, which is not a sentence I thought I was going to say when I got out of bed this morning. But still, here we are. This is the nature of living your life on YouTube. This is very strange. Very strange indeed. What is this? What is this? These strange structures with these massive floating things on them. I know I've said this a lot, but this is seriously giving me Soul Crane vibes. Like, this could be the gem that you have to find in order to revive your life's essence if you didn't come in as a vampire. I find it hard to believe the developer of this had at the very least never seen the Soul Crane. This is very, very odd. Okay, I think we're returning to the first... Yes, we are. I think we started over there. Or even... Actually, was that pillar where I did start? Have I gone all the way around the island? Ah, I wonder if I find the thing again that turns the sky a different colour, can I use it again to turn it back to red? Because if so, that may indicate that there is no real objective in the game, you are literally just changing the sky different colours. But if it doesn't, then that may mean that there's a specific number of colours, and I need to activate all of the shafts? Possibly? Has just struck me that my current theorised objective of this game is to utilise some shafts in order to make everything in front of me go white. Which, again, is not quite how I expected to spend my Sunday afternoon, but never mind. I'm not sure where this one is. Is it up there? Can I wall climb? No, okay, so the wall does need to be on a slight incline or a decline for me to actually be able to climb my way up. Ah, staircase, perfect. I don't think I like the staircase anymore, actually. Because I remember we found the thumpy one a short distance away, but I don't remember if we actually found one right here. I wonder if it's up. Like higher up on some upper level, perhaps? Up on the roof, but I haven't seen any staircases that would lead me up there. Oh, hang on. What's that? There's some red lights. Oh. Okay. Well, this is going in with all the other weird games I've played. That was freaky. That was weird. That was wild. I find myself wondering and don't take this the wrong way. I find myself wondering why this was made. Not in the why would anybody make this, more in the what was in the developer's mind when he made this. What I mean, this strikes me slightly as a sort of an art project, possibly. But I'm honestly not sure. It's odd. It doesn't seem to tell a story. It doesn't seem to try and invoke an emotion. It doesn't seem to try and help you share in an experience. It's much more passive than that, because media is about putting stuff in your brain, to put it weirdly. Like music and movies and TV and books are all about taking something that somebody else has made and putting it into you. This seems a bit different. This more seems the other way round, as if this developer has made this and he's put it on it's like a buffet instead of spoon feeding a child. Normal games put stuff in you. This is more like there's a thing that you may enjoy and it's on a plate on a table, but you have to come and get it. Which is how I interpret this. It's strange. Because possibly I'm reading too much into it, like the whole famous English teacher asks you, what do you think the writer meant when he said that the curtains were blue? He meant that the curtains were blue, not that it was a representation of his horrifying depression or whatever. Perhaps I'm reading too much into this and thinking, that these odd floating cubes have some sort of meaning, or that the odd music has some sort of meaning, or the changing of the colour of the sky, or the strange architecture, or how on one side of the world we had a sort of a forest, and on the other side we had I don't even know what it was, some sort of barren wasteland. It was very, very mysterious. I get the impression I'm going to be thinking away at this one for a long time. This has been a very, very strange experience, but I don't know. I don't know. I'm not a philosophizer. I can't quite understand these big complicated things. So I shall leave that up to you to make your own interpretation of whether this is just something that was made for the fun of making it, made purely for the sake of confusing people, made as an art project or whatever. I'll leave that up to you. But I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for joining me. Look after each other, and good night.